Uncensored, unfiltered, unhinged. It's the Karel Cast. Listen daily on your favorite streaming service.
It is the Karel Cast. I am Karel. Happy January 2nd. Are you into buyer's remorse? We're only 2 days into the year. Do you already want a refund? I hope not. I hope you've been enjoying these best of shows. Today is the last best of show. We start live again on Monday. Thank you for giving me some time off to enjoy the holiday as well. This tree will be gone, out, goodbye. It's over, it's done. So that will be gone. I hope you get rid of yours too. Get rid of it, gotta go. Time for it to be over. Time for the new year to begin. I have purposely not addressed any news stories, and I know there are some out there like Matt Getz and his sex trafficking and, just everything. But you know what? No, it'll be there Monday, okay? Today is about food, baby. Today is about eating. Now, we have seen over the course of these best ofs my transformation from 310-pound opiate addict to being healthier by being a vegan. And by the way, some of this footage was too hard for me to watch because I'm sitting there and my eyes are closed all the time. I'm talking, but my eyes are closed. And that's because I was so freaking high on OxyContin, okay? My eyes are all good. I was a girl. I was hearing church bells. I was high on the OxyContin. And it was obvious now that I go back and watch. It's like, you are high. Thank you for staying with me through all of that. But today we are going to cook some things, honey. We are going to cook adzuki burgers. We're going to cook hummus. We're going to make hummus. We're going to make a vodka gimlet. We're going to make a quiche. And okay, for the quiche, I had lost a bet with Steve. I bet him something, and he said, if you lose, you have to do your show shirtless. Because we were joking about how on Instagram, all you have to do to get followers is do a show shirtless. And he goes, well then, if you lose, you do a show shirtless, and we'll see if you get more followers. So I did a show shirtless, and I made quiche shirtless. So you're going to see that. And if you don't like looking at it, oh well, that's me, that's my body, that's the way it is. And then we're going to make a Veggie Korma, which is a delicious Indian dish. All of that today, all of these from the Vegan in Vegas playlist at my website, youtube.com/reallykarel. So I hope you enjoy cooking with me today, making a vodka gimlet and talking about gay pride. Of course, I'll talk about topics in the cooking segments, and maybe those topics are old and maybe they're not relevant now, but just have fun cooking. I'd like for you to be more plant-based in 2025. Please be more plant-based in 2025. Please, please, please. Get inspiration from these videos. All right, I will see you Monday when I will be live. And for the first live shows of the new year, so be here Monday at 10 a.m. at youtube.com/reallykarel. And thank you all for being here. Thank you, patrons, patreon.com/reallykarel. If you want to become one, we're going to have a great time in 2025 or a horrible time. But either way, we'll go through it together, okay? So let's cook. And don't forget to go to veganinvegas.com to read all my reviews. And all of these videos are there. It's all there for you. And of course, at my YouTube. Okay, Ember's in the kitchen, so all is well. Hey, I'm Karel, the planted host. Welcome to my kitchen. Sometimes when I'm around the house for lunch, it gets late. Look, it's 12:56. See that? It's late for lunch, and I'm hungry, and I want Mediterranean, but I'm too cheap to go buy it, and it's just always better when you make it at home. Well, I'm going to take the shortcut on some things, but I'm going to show you how you can whip up a quick Mediterranean lunch of falafel, hummus, and salad, probably in under 30 minutes, hopefully, and deliciousness with just a little prep. Okay, first of all, look at this. They sell falafel mix in the store, Noor. I love the brand Noor. They make many things. So with that falafel mix, all you have to do is put a third a cup of water, a couple tablespoons, a third a cup plus 2 tablespoons of water, and you mix it together, and you're going to want to let it set for at least 10 minutes. So just mix it together. And you don't have to do the mix. It's really just chickpeas and spices. That's what falafel is, chickpeas and spices. But if you do the mix, it takes out some of the time you have to spend. Then you're going to want to get a pan, okay? We're not to the hummus yet. You're going to want to get a pan and some vegetable oil, and you're going to want to start that heating because you want hot oil to cook your hummus in. And that pan is not going to work for me. Did you see what happened? That pan just went like that. Not doing hot oil that way. So the all-clad goes away. The Calphalon steps in. We get our vegetable oil from our pantry. High vegetable oil. So will I just use all the vegetable oil? I guess I will. How much vegetable oil should I use, Karel? Oh, about that much. About 1 inch in the pan. Okay, so whatever pan you use, put about 1 inch of oil in it. Okay, so while that sits here, hello, you know what we've done over here? In our pressure cooker, which everybody needs to have, whether it's an Instapot or a pressure cooker, I use the Cuisinart. An hour ago, these were hard chickpeas. An hour ago, these were in the bag from the bulk store at Winco chickpeas. And now they are marvelously cooked chickpeas because I put 4 cups of water and 1 cup of chickpeas in the pressure cooker with 2 tablespoons of oil. What you get left is, this is aquafaba. You save this and use this to make meringues and all kinds of stuff. This is pure protein, kind of like egg whites. It's aquafaba. So save that and take your 2.5 cups of garbanzo beans, because guess what? 1 cup of dry garbanzo beans, after you go in here, turns into 2 magical cups, 2.5 magical cups. So you're going to take 2.5 magical cups of garbanzo beans, and what are you going to do with it? You're going to take a tablespoon of fresh parsley, some garlic, a quarter cup of tahini, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 tablespoons of lemon, water, a quarter cup of olive oil. That, of course, will be on the website. I scratch everything in my kitchen. Tahini, you say. Karel, what is tahini? Where do I get tahini? Why would I have tahini? Tahini is just ground up sesame seeds. That's all it is. I buy it. You can buy it. You don't have to buy it. You can make it. You can just get some sesame seeds and toast them, and bam, you got your tahini. And I'm going to take the rest of those ingredients and we're going to whiz them around in there and make hummus. And then we're going to fry up the falafel balls, which I'll show you as I do that. Okay? On your mark, get set, cook. Okay, so at 12:56, I had nothing. I just had some garbanzo beans that I had made in the pressure cooker, which you should have on hand anyway. It is now 1:25, all right? So now I have that. What that is a salad with 3 kinds of lettuce, carrots, cucumbers, strawberries. We have pecans. We have craisins. We have, I'm sure I'm forgetting some deliciousness that's in there. We have the homemade falafel and the homemade hummus, and it's all right there, and it's all ready for me. And that at a restaurant would be 15 to 20 bucks. It really would. And I'm going to have it with some homemade iced tea. So bon appetit, as my friend Julia Child would say. I am Karel, be who you want to be, so it doesn't hurt anybody, especially yourself. The dishwasher is running. The sink is clean. Food processor put away. Stove is done. Everything else is done. All the pots and pans put away. And it's what? It is 2:01. So about an hour. About an hour to make hummus from scratch, falafel, salad. I have leftovers of all of it. It could be a meal for someone else. Sorry. No excuse not to get into your kitchen. No excuse to not cook for yourself. No excuse to not eat better. I am Karel, the planted host. Yes, it just got dark because when I get out my kitchen, honey, I get out my kitchen, okay? Alrighty, it is the Karel Cast, and I am Karel, and I'm so very glad you are joining me. Today we're going to be in the kitchen talking topics from Trump on trial to TikTok bans. But I'm also going to be showing you, as you know, avian flu is in the news right now. All kinds of chickens have been infected, and now cows and cow's milk is being affected. Unpasteurized cow's milk, although they have found the virus in pasteurized milk, they're just saying that that virus is probably dead because it got pasteurized. However, as you know, I'm a vegan and I don't have to deal with any of that. So today, while we talk topics, I'm going to show you how to first make your own egg substitute and then how to make a quiche out of that. And to do that, first of all, for the egg substitute, we are going to have 1 cup of mung beans. We are going to have 2 cups of soy milk. We're going to have a 1/4 cup of, let me get it out of the, sorry for moving away from the camera, but I forgot. I'm going to be using Earth Balance that I melted. The recipe calls for oil. However, Earth Balance is mostly oil, and it has a little buttery flavor, so it'll be good. So we're going to use a 1/4 cup of Earth Balance, which is oil, basically. And then we're going to use a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. We're going to use a half a teaspoon of garlic powder, a half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 2 tablespoons of baking powder as a caking agent, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, and the magic ingredient, which is kalamnalik, which is black sea salt. It tastes of sulfur. It tastes like egg. And all of that's going to go in here, and it's going to make your just egg. Because just egg is too expensive in the store. Will it be just like just egg? It will not, because they use a mung bean isolate. These are mung beans, better known as moong, M-O-O-N-G, dal, D-A-H-L. And those are our ingredients for the just egg. And then for the quiche, we're going to use as much spinach as you want, some golden peppers, some plant-based chorizo, and some mushrooms. Now we're going to and a store-bought pie, because I'm just tired of making my pies. So that's store-bought dough. You can make your own out of flour and butter, vegan butter, or you can just buy a store-bought one. And all of this today is going to turn into a just egg imitation quiche, which you can then serve on the weekends for breakfast. So I'm going to get that going, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk topics, okay? Okay. All right. We are here. It is out of the oven. It baked for an hour at 375 and then 15 minutes at 425. I've made a delicious salad out of garbanzos and blueberries and celery and tomato and pine nuts and cabbage and lettuce and all kinds of great things. And Ember and I, my little girl, there you go, are going to have a great lunch. So in the words of, I think I'll be Julia Lovechild. Julia's Lovechild. That'll be my name. Julia's Lovechild. In the words of Julia's Lovechild, bon appetit. Let's see. This is fresh out of the oven. It's probably too hot to eat. Oh. Want to support the Karel Cast? Then like and subscribe the YouTube videos at the Really Karel channel. Just go to youtube.com/reallykarel, that's K-A-R-E-L, and subscribe to the most exciting YouTube stream available today.
If you're not visiting reallykarel.com daily, you're missing out. Get the podcast videos and the blog, including recipes, at reallykarel.com.
Hi everyone, and welcome to the agony of lunchtime. Now, first of all, I am so blessed, and if you have choices in your life as to what you're going to eat and when you're going to eat it, you are blessed, so count your blessings. But I always argue, do I go out to eat? Do I stay home? I buy food, and it's so expensive to go out. So today I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I'm hungry. I don't want to do a big elaborate thing. What am I going to do? So the first thing I did was took some jasmine rice and put it in my Cuisinart, the Cuisinart pressure cooker, so I can have quick rice. It makes it in like 5 minutes. I've got the Ninja going, and that's going to be for the veggies. And over here, what we've got going on over here is, oh, look at all those veggies. We've got carrots, we've got mushrooms, we've got broccoli, we've got cauliflower, green peppers, eggplant, bok choy, and tofu. Oh, and spinach. And we're going to put that with this Tasty Bite vegan coconut korma sauce I found on sale at Sprouts. And then we're going to put that over the rice. And that's going to be lunch. And it'll be delicious and healthful and fabulous. So it's basically just, that's 1 carrot, a small amount of broccoli, small amount of mushrooms, small amount, like half a red or green pepper, like a quarter head of cauliflower, a quarter of an eggplant, 2 stalks of bok choy, and 1/3 of a package of tofu. So that's what we have there, and then a handful of spinach. And the rice, I used a cup of rice in here with just 3/4 cups of water, and we'll get that. So let's see how it turns out, shall we? So first things first, we're going to put some trusty oil in the Ninja here. Good glug of oil. Just put all those veggies in there. Put the tofu in first to brown it. So in goes the tofu to brown. And then the rest of the vegetables, cook them down, put in the sauce, call it a day. Could that be any easier? I mean, I don't know, you know. I mean, I did have to chop. Chop, 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 chop. Ooh, it makes a lovely noise, doesn't it? Okay, the tofu is brown. It's time to add the other veggies. Start with the ones that take a little longer. The broccoli, the cauliflower, the carrots, and then add the bok choy and the spinach, okay? So just throw them all in there. Put it all in there, honey. Get her going. Oh, let's just put it all. Here we go. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. So I just added about 1/4 cup of veggie stock to the veggies, so we could get some steam going in there. And then I'll add the korma sauce that I bought and some coconut milk, just because. Canned coconut milk, by the way, not the one you buy to drink, but canned coconut milk, along with the korma sauce, and that'll be lunch. You know, I'm really bummed I don't have any peas. I don't even have any frozen peas, but oh well. Here it is. It's like, get ready for the sauce. That's fabulous. The rice is done, and the sauce is store-bought. So I'm going to dump this in, and then I'm going to put coconut milk in here and swish it about and put that in, and then we're going to warm it up, and that's it. We're done. Okay, see, now to clean that out, we got the coconut milk. By the way, do y'all have one of these still? Thank you, Randall. I have one, thanks to a listener and a viewer named Randall. All right, so we're going to put some milk in there, shake it about, and do the hokey pokey in the kitchen. How many of you do the hokey pokey in your kitchen as you shake it all about? Shake it all about. How many of you make a really big mess when you do that? With one hand and while holding a camera. Okay, here we go. Now let's just stir it up. Stir it up! There it is, veggie korma. Just like I went to the Indian restaurant. Let me get the rice, let me get this going, and we have lunch. All right, I have tasted this already, and it is restaurant quality. We have about 3/4 cup of rice in there, and there's the veggie korma. Looks good, tastes good. We're gonna scoop it up. That's 2 servings, by the way, only because of the sauce. The sauce is where all the calories are. There's no calories in the veggies, really. The tofu's got minimal, but the sauce has a lot of calories, and the coconut milk. So as long as you don't overdo on the sauce, you should be good. Let's scoop it up, shall we? Here we go. All right. Oh my God, that just looks so good. Oh, one look at that. And yes, I have already cleaned up most of the stuff. All right, I'm gonna have lunch. Bon appetit! Okay, the most important part of lunch is Ember's bone, which I make from scratch, and I'm gonna give you the recipes. And then here we have the vegan veggie korma, and let's take a taste. Oh. Well, my Indian restaurant might lose some business if I keep cooking this up. That's delicious, isn't it, little girl? She's like, yeah, where's my bone? Aren't you? She's looking outside for a bird that she just chased off the balcony. No bird shall pop. There it is, see? There it is. All right, never eat alone. I am Karel. Have a lovely breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
11:55, that means it's lunchtime. And as Born to Be Alive by Patrick Hernandez plays in the background, I have cooked a sweet potato. How about that? And then over here, I have cooked some adzuki beans. Adzuki, I ain't swearing, baby. Adzuki beans in the pressure cooker. And I'm gonna put them together and I'm gonna make a burger and have some fries with them on National Fry Day today. Not Friday, like Friday, but Fries Day, like fries. You'll get it in a minute. It is so appropriate that Donna Summers' I Feel Love is playing in the background because I love the way these adzuki beans came out. I love them. They're red and gorgeous, and just look at them. Ooh, adzuki baby. Say it with me, adzuki. Ooh, I feel love. I feel love. I feel love for adzuki bean. Things have gone mad here in the kitchen. I have taken the sweet potato and the unsuspecting adzuki beans, and I have put them in the fabulous Breville with some barbecue sauce, with a beet and some beet juice. You heard me right. With some garlic, with a slice of homemade sourdough bread, with some nutritional yeast and some cumin and some Spanish paprika and some homemade Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to whiz all that about. Oh, Becky, then I'm going to coat it in breadcrumbs. Who am I? What is going on here? Oh, Lordy, it's the color of blood. You want it to be a paste, by the way. A paste you can make into a patty. A paste you can make into a patty. Added a little cornmeal and we got ourselves a thick paste. Added some cornmeal to make it a little thick. So we're going to roll that in breadcrumbs and make a patty out of it. As in Patty the Bell on it. Ooh, gonna make a patty. Baby, gonna make a patty. Don't know if it's going to work or not, but since I don't eat eggs, I took my old egg cookers, turned them upside down. I'm gonna put the paste on top of the breadcrumbs to make my patties, baby. Celine sings a Christmas song in July because why not? We might not make it at this weight. Dear God, they almost look like hamburger patties. What the hell? I'm a vegan. They kind of look like hamburger, don't they? Mm-hmm. Now let's see if they hold up, hold together, pull through. Oh, and over here, we got some French fries that I have made. I've cut myself out of a Yukon Gold, and some cauliflower, and I'm going to drizzle some provincial-style infused Thai safflower oil on it, and then put some other spices and some cornstarch, and then put it in there in the brava, along with the burger patties, and air fry them. That's what's happening here, honey. Air frying. Do you hear me? Air frying. Ember's got her favorite treat from her favorite little store called Snooty Paws. It's a turkey burger. And I have, bam, an adzuki bean burger covered in barbecue sauce with air fried French fries and some cauliflower that's been air fried. And it's all right there with some delicious iced tea and my new iPad on its magic keyboard. And Ember's got her dish. And we about to eat lunch, baby. Bam! That's how you make a vegan lunch that is tasty, delicious. And I have 10 burgers. 9 minus that one. So I have 9 frozen leftover burgers. So 9 more lunches like that just from what I did here today. Yeah! I ain't gonna say, bam, that belongs to somebody else. I ain't gonna snap, that belongs to somebody else. I'm just gonna say, let's eat. It ain't but a few seconds later and Miss Ember is done with hers. But honey, I'm mowing through mine. It is so good. Oh my God, those fries, that burnt one, who cares? But the rest of them, look at them, are so good. And the cauliflower, oh my God, look at that. And the burger, oh, sweet Lord. That's good. Hey, Karel here, and I'd like to take a moment to thank all the patrons at Patreon. Your support means the absolute world to me and the show. If you'd like to show your support for the crazy endeavors of the Karel Cast, then please go to patreon.com/reallykarel. That's patreon.com/reallykarel. And please help get those numbers up by subscribing to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/reallykarel. There's so much great free content there, it's like having a network on your TV, phone, or tablet. All social media is Really Karel, including Threads and Instagram. And don't forget the website that's had it all along, reallykarel.com. Without your support, the show simply doesn't work. So please listen on all streaming services, watch and subscribe on YouTube, and support the show through Patreon at patreon.com/reallykarel. Thanks for almost 30 years of support for the loudest, craziest, most unhinged gay guy and his little dog. And let's keep the party going as long as we can. I'm Karel, and welcome to the Planted Host, your partner in surviving and thriving 6-minute edition. I am going to share something incredibly tasty with you, so don't go away. And here's the reason why. This weekend, we turn back time. Yes, we fell back an hour. And one of the #1 stories online right now is not all of the impeachment and all of that. It's actually How to Beat Seasonal Affectional Disorder. SAD it's called, and it's called this appropriately. When the time changes, a lot happens to us that actually isn't good. It's why a lot of places are actually saying we should not probably change the time. Men were at more risk for heart attacks today, Monday, following the time change. Car accidents go up today, all kinds of things. But more importantly, the holiday blues begin. Winter officially begins December 21st. However, basically for most people, it begins when the time changes. Fall is falling quickly. Winter is rapidly approaching. Here in America right now, we have an impeachment battle raging. In fact, they're releasing pages and pages of transcripts. That's why I'm going to show you the most delicious recipe here in just a minute to help you get rid of your seasonal affectional disorder and to put on delicious things as you're paging through all those pages of the impeachment transcripts so you can stay well read. But SAD is very real. I suffer from it. You might too. It's dark like all the time. Literally, the sunrise starts at 6:15 in the morning here, and it gets dark at 4:45. That's like 10 hours of light out of 24. That's 14 hours of dark. So that does play with your brain, okay? Unless you live in Seattle, then you're just always gray. So because it does play with your brain, I wanted to try to help you through it. Now, there's a few things you can do to not be depressed over this holiday season. First of all, pick a finger. Second of all, you can right now, November 4th, 3 days prior to my birthday, which is Thursday, by the way, is my birthday. I will be 5.7 years old. I don't age, I upgrade. I will be 5.7 on Thursday. I'm so excited about that, actually. My birthday, Daniel's coming. His mother just passed away, but he's still coming to town. Very exciting. Anyway, I'm so sorry. See that I just got off track because, anyway, seasonal affectional disorder, I do suffer. There's some things you can do. I have hue lighting in my house. If you don't have hue lighting, you can still set a timer and wake up to light. Don't wake up in the dark. Okay, that's not good. So if you have to get out of bed for work or for whatever reason at 5 or 5:30 in the morning, have a light on when you wake up. And it doesn't have to be uberly bright. It just have a light on when you wake up. That, of course, will help you get going in the morning because we are affected by light and dark, our circadian rhythm. Second of all, get in the sunshine more. As much as you can. Get in the sunshine even more right now. It's very important. And eat good food because over the winter, you're going to try to carbo load. And I don't want you to turn into little gorditas between now and the new year and then have to worry about it because even plant-based eaters get fat, ask Buddha. So with that being said, and with seasonal SAD being the #1 story outside of the impeachment, which what do I have to say about that? He should already be thrown out of office. I don't want to hear anything about him. I don't want to hear anything until they're throwing him in jail. That's what I want to hear. He needs to go to jail. And if he wins in 2020, we are a sad country. It is a sad state. And we're going to need the pumpkin butter that I'm about to show you how to make even more. Because this week is going to be about really simple recipes that you can make that are plant-based that are going to make you feel better so you don't have SAD. So how many of you have seen right now in the store, very cheap, 100% pure pumpkin? I want you to buy some. I want you to buy at least a 15-ounce can, but go ahead and get a 30-ounce can because what you're going to make is pumpkin butter. How many of you love pumpkin butter? How many of you forget it? How many of you have never had it? You should make some. Here's what you do. The recipe is going to be at the end of this for those of you that subscribe. But quickly, it is just 100% pure pumpkin, maple syrup, apple juice, lemon juice, brown sugar, oh yes, and then some pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon, ginger, cloves, and nutmeg. And that's it. And you cook it for 20 minutes on top of the stove, and then you put it in the refrigerator, and then you pull it out of the refrigerator for a big reveal on your big talk show because you've already pre-made the pumpkin butter, and it's delicious and marvelous, and it tastes yummy, and oh, let's get some on my finger. Now see, you can smear this on a variety of things, including your best, lover. I save jars, by the way. That's how I recycle. So you can smear that on a variety of things and get rid of your seasonal. And when you cook it, you're going to fill the house with the smell of pumpkin and cinnamon and the holidays, and it's going to make you feel better. Okay, so cooking this actually makes you feel better. That's why I wanted to do it today because the #1 story online right now, outside of impeachment, is how to beat the holiday blues. This week we're going to talk about setting realistic budgets so you don't go overspend on the holidays because a recession is coming. The Feds have dropped the interest rates yet again. So we're going to talk about that. And we're going to make some delicious plant-based recipes that are really super easy and delicious that you can have over the holiday season starting now because November, my birthday's Thursday, the holidays are upon us.
and you can have them in your fridge and have them on hand for people when they come by, including this delicious pumpkin butter, which now I can throw on anything, some toast that I can make in my Brava oven in just 3 minutes, and bam, they'll think I'm so fabulous. I am Karel. Don't forget, we are supported through Patreon. Thanks to each and every one of you. Go to my website, reallykarel.com, subscribe on YouTube, and give through Patreon. It's at my website, and follow me on all social media, reallykarel.com. Damn, this pumpkin butter is freaking good. Looks kind of like diarrhea, but...
Be a part of the show. Email feedback at reallykarel.com. That's feedback at reallykarel.com.
Okay, some very quick and easy pumpkin butter that we are going to make here at Maison Boulay Kitchen. First, we're going to start with 30 ounces of 100% pure pumpkin, not pie filling, but pure pumpkin. That is 2/3 cup right there, 2/3 cup of brown sugar. And that, of course, as you can see, is a half a cup of maple syrup and a half a cup of apple juice and a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. So a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, half a cup of unsweetened apple juice, and you're going to use a tablespoon of pumpkin pie spice. You're going to put it in there, and you're going to let it cook, and you're going to have pumpkin butter in 20 minutes. Ain't that something? And, of course, don't forget a tablespoon of lemon juice. All right, we've put in the lemon juice and the pumpkin pie spice, and now we're just going to let that simmer for 20 minutes and then cool down, and bam, pumpkin butter. Ain't that easy? All right, as you can see, it's changing colors. It's cooking down. It's delicious. It's got cinnamon and the pumpkin pie spice, maple syrup, brown sugar, apple juice, and, of course, the pumpkin. And the house smells wonderful, and it smells like the holidays, and it smells delicious, and it just makes you feel better.
I am Karel. Be who you want to be. So long it doesn't hurt anybody. We'll see you Monday, children. Mwah!
It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service. It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service.